believe they got an inheritance from Harry's great-grandmother, the Queen Mother. We don't know what they got from the late Queen. I know that he had from Diana. He's discussed how he had money from Diana's estate. But their security costs, as you mentioned, it's like £2 million a year. Their mortgage would be high. These deals were big deals.
The man who once gave Meghan Markle refuge from the royal storm has just turned the tide, and the fallout is nuclear. Tyler Perry, once hailed as the couple's guardian angel, has dropped a truth bomb so devastating, insiders say Prince Harry fled back to the UK in disgrace, and Meghan has been left sobbing uncontrollably behind the gates of their Montecito mansion.
Your generosity just shines. Meghan Markle recently said that you reached out to her and said, come, you can live in my home.
Yeah, it was a very difficult time for them. And what I know about the two of them, and I wish the world knew how.
The public facade is crumbling fast, and this time the betrayal came from within their own trusted circle. It began with a quiet interview, nothing flashy, nothing overtly scandalous. But Tyler Perry's words were unmistakable. Without naming names, he spoke of being used, of offering sanctuary to people who later turned his kindness into a PR stunt. Sometimes, he said, you give people shelter and they build a stage. Those closest to him knew exactly who he meant, and so did Harry and Meghan.
And like me, who get tired of helping people and watch them dog you out.
Behind the scenes, it was even worse. Sources close to Perry say he handed over private voicemails and messages to royal aides after learning the full scope of the deception he may have unwittingly helped protect. Messages that contradict Meghan's version of events, especially regarding her pregnancies, her alleged isolation, and the timeline of their split from the royal family. One insider revealed that Tyler Perry discovered documents Meghan had him sign, believing they were related to privacy, but were later used as part of the Netflix documentary agreement. He was manipulated, the source said, used to provide credibility, then discarded when he started asking questions.
Just are astounded by is your generosity. It's like you built this empire, which we can't say about that many people, right?
So what exactly did Tyler Perry expose? For starters, that Meghan and Harry weren't as isolated and unsupported as they claimed. According to Perry, the couple had a full staff at their disposal while living at his mansion. Security, chefs, assistants. Yet Meghan told Oprah they were alone and just trying to survive. It was a lie, and Tyler's quiet truth-telling just exposed it. But that's not all. Perry also reportedly confirmed what many have suspected for years. He never saw Meghan pregnant, not once during the time they stayed at his home. That's right. Not a single instance, not even in passing. He mentioned in private texts that Meghan always wore loose, oversized clothes and stayed out of sight during key months. And when asked directly by a mutual friend whether she was expecting, Tyler's answer was chilling. That simple admission was enough to send Harry into panic mode. The moment Perry's team made contact with the palace, Harry reportedly booked a private jet back to the UK. His visit was unannounced, undocumented, but not unnoticed. Royal aides confirmed he was spotted at Frogmore, alone, and met privately with King Charles and Prince William. The topic? Damage control. Because if Perry goes public, the entire Sussex narrative implodes. And Meghan, according to insiders, she's emotionally unraveling. Multiple sources say she hasn't left the house in days. Staff report hearing her crying through closed doors, pacing the halls, and making frantic calls to legal and PR advisors. She thought she had Tyler under control, one source said. She underestimated him. Hollywood, too, is watching the fallout. Perry's production team has allegedly cut future collaborations with the Sussexes. Oprah, Perry's longtime friend, has gone silent. Netflix is now auditing the original footage from Harry and Meghan for misleading representations, especially scenes where Perry appears to co-sign their story. But what does this mean for the monarchy? Everything. If Perry's evidence contradicts Meghan's claims, especially around the births of Archie and Lilibet, the royal family may have been duped into granting titles and status to children who may not even be biologically connected to the crown. That's not just scandal, that's a constitutional crisis. Sources inside Buckingham Palace say King Charles is now considering options, from removing titles to requesting DNA verification. The trust is broken, and Harry, once defiant and distant, is now reportedly pleading with his family behind closed doors to protect what's left of his children's future. Tyler Perry, once the silent supporter, has now become the reluctant whistleblower. And his decision to speak, even subtly, has unleashed a chain reaction no one can stop. Not Meghan, not Harry, not even the crown itself. The truth has a way of leaking through the cracks. And when someone like Tyler Perry, beloved, respected, untouchable, pulls the curtain back, even a royal fantasy can collapse overnight. As Meghan sobs in silence and Harry flees to his roots, the world watches the story they tried to script fall apart. Not at the hands of a hater or critic, but by the very man who once gave them a home when no one else would. And that's a betrayal no PR team can spin.